back over. Maybe we can take a look at the velocities again here for portions of that tornadic warning storm there across northern Cherokee County. See if we have any updates on that. You can see, again, right now, still not seeing that couplet as we saw, well-defined as it was about 10-15 minutes ago, but still continuing to monitor. Lots of strong, damaging winds probably still being indicated 50-60 miles per hour at least in this area here as it continues to work its way off towards the east-southeast. And we'll continue to monitor that again. As you can see there, 56, 29, 56, so 41. So lots of strong wind reports coming in with this storm system, even if there may not be a funnel or a tornado on the ground at this time. Again, this is not a time where you want to go out and look to see if you can see a tornado. In fact, a lot of these storms all night and even into this morning have been what we call rain-wrapped tornadoes, meaning that the rain is wrapped around the storm itself. So you can't look out there and see the tornado until it's upon you. So you need to use caution. If you're under the tornado warning, including you in New Summerfield, you need to be in that safety place, not out trying to take pictures or see if you see a tornado at this time, because chances are it would be rain wrapped anyway. But that big severe storm continues to produce some this very impressive lightning down towards the south here, and we're very concerned about you in Alto and eventually in Wells. So that stretch along 69 there could be quite stormy here over the next hour or so, with just a tremendous amount of lightning and lots of hail. In fact, look at this, over 1,200 lightning strikes here within the past 30 minutes. So that is a lot of lightning in just a small area, folks. And that continues to make its way out towards the east. This part of the storm has not really shown any signs of a tremendous weakening at all. In fact, it continues to hold its own there, with lots of lightning continuing to make its way out towards the east across the area here. And as we continue to watch this here, this is Texas 84 here just crossing over, but lots of lightning there, and you're going to see quite the light show. And this stretches down to you in Crockett, Lovelady, all just to the east of Grapeland, and down towards Trinity here, seeing quite a bit of activity as well. So as this crosses over 287, you're going to need to be alert for that as well. So we don't want to forget about you. You guys are seeing quite the stormy weather as well, heading up there from Trinity over towards Lovelady and Crockett there. Lots of lightning, lots of heavy rain, lots of hail showing up there. Again, also here, this severe thunderstorm continues across northern Houston County as well. Lots of just intense hail and lightning there. Again, this warning goes out until 4:30, so about the next 5 minutes or so as it continues to make its way off towards the east as well. And you can see, again, lots of lightning, lots of hail, and that goes up to the north up until 4:45 for probably the most severe part of the line here as it continues to make its way off towards the east and southeast as well. And we might could switch over and check out the winds on this. I don't think we have any rotation too evident there, but something I want to keep an eye on here. Of course, this was our first tornado warned storm earlier this morning here, so we want to look in on it. And of course, right now, some broad rotation. Keep an eye on this area here. Seems to be a little bit of at least some broad rotation showing up there in this area here. As you can see there, Mark Skirto there kind of circling that for us. And again, I think we need to keep an eye on this here. Again, no tornado warning with it at this time, just a severe thunderstorm warning system. But again, some broad rotation as he circles there, kind of showing. You can see the winds going toward the radar site and away from the radar site. So what this does, and with our new Storm Tracker dual pole live Doppler radar, you can basically showcase the winds. The Doppler radar can see the winds. They can tell that the winds are going this way. It can tell that the winds are coming this way. And so while we can't necessarily see the 3D picture, we can make an assumption that somewhere in there those winds have to turn around, and that's how you get rotation. So when you see that, that's where you get most concerned. And so we're going to watch that very closely. Now, this would be crossing over towards Alto or just to the south, which is why we really want to keep a very close eye on that. It looks like it may be tightening just a little bit there. So, again, we'll continue to monitor that. Now, up towards the north and east here, where the tornado warning is in effect right now, again, not some hint maybe of some rotation. This is kind of updating here. I'd say maybe just to the north of Gallatin if I had to say so right there. But again, this is just kind of very broad in nature here at this time. But again, still in New Summerfield and Gallatin, you're under that tornado warning that's out until 4:45. So just keep that in mind. You still need to be in your safe place here throughout the morning here as we continue to track that as it moves on off towards the east-southeast. And of course, no updates on that storm yet, but looks like just maybe a hint of some rotation there as it's getting closer towards the bottom portion of that warning. So we'll watch that for you here. Lots of hail, though. That's the bigger story here down towards the south across central portions of Cherokee County. Again, this hail core we've been watching all morning. We've had hail as indicated on radar, at least, the size of softballs showing up here earlier this morning, and that's come down some now to 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches in diameter. But still, that is some very large hail, folks. Even if it's not coming out of the sky at that size, you're still talking about even at half of that, quarter-size hail or so making its way down. So use caution there as that crosses over Texas 21 towards Alto and the 69 corridor there between Rusk and Alto. And you can see the history on this here. This hail recently here from anywhere from Elkhart over towards southeastern Anderson County down towards southern Cherokee County. This has been a prolific hail producer as well. And notice the two distinct hail cores we've had with that one storm that had the tornado warning first, and then now this second storm that has the tornado warning. Notice that hail core kind of brightening back up there, and that's in northeastern portions of Cherokee County there, where it's beginning to kind of build back up, showcasing that we still have some strong, what we call updrafts in the storm when that hail core starts to build back up there. So around the towards the north and east there of Jacksonville there, as you head towards New Summerfield and that area towards the south now there, you can see that's where that hail core is moving now, right at that Texas 110, Texas 204 intersection. Watch out, that hail core will be crossing over you here at any moment now. And of course, again, right now we have a tornado warning out with the storm. And also, you need to keep in mind that there are some large hailstones here. This is State Loop 142. So if you know anyone that lives near or around State Loop 142 or County Road 4387 or FM 2274, you need to be on alert for that. We're going to expand the view here a little bit and show you again on reflectivity here. This is the regular radar. And watch out here also here between Alto stretching back down towards Kennard there. Probably some very strong gusty winds here. You can almost see that kind of bowing feature showing up there. So I'd be on alert for the potential of some very strong winds there. A new severe thunderstorm warning for our friends in deep East Texas, and this includes you in Polk County as well. So with some of these stronger storms that's making their way out towards the west, I'll get over this way so you can maybe see that a little bit better here. And we're watching that because there's a tornado warning with that cell right now currently just to the west of that, but a new severe thunderstorm warning going out for you now in Polk County as well. So keep that in mind here, and this is also may include southern portions here. There you go. So we're watching this here. A tornado warning is out there just to the west from Grimes, Montgomery, and Walker counties here. So we'll see if they extend that as that storm moves towards the east. But for sure, you have a severe thunderstorm warning out for you as this storm continues to make its way out towards the east. And look at this cell here just to the south and west of Alto continues to really look impressive on radar right now as it makes its way out towards the east as well. So we haven't forgot about you. We are continuing to watch that one as well as it continues to cross over on Texas 21 here. Quite impressive there with the hail core showing up across the region here. And also notice here kind of a little bit of an indentation there. So we're going to continue to watch that as it continues to make its way out towards the east. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning is mainly just to the north of this, but it's riding right along that. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend that a little bit farther to the south and east. But this is making its way out towards the east here at about 30 miles per hour here. So heads up as it makes its way over towards Nacogdoches and southern portions of Rusk County. So Brunswick in the next 7 minutes, heading towards Nacogdoches within the hour here. You're going to be seeing this potential of this storm making its way out towards the east here across the area. Even some heavy rain and lightning, of course, for you folks in Rusk and Cushing. Here's a new track here. As Mark Scarrow is putting a new track on there for us. Alto, Wells, and heading over there towards Alazan, over towards Nacogdoches. Again, watch out, be alert that this storm is making its way towards your area. Some very strong, gusty winds. Lots of lightning heading in with this storm as well, and we're going to continue to watch that as it moves to the east. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell, but one that we will continue to keep a close eye on as well here as we make our way out towards the east and towards the southeast. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning until 4:45 for Cherokee and Nacogdoches and Rusk counties as well. And again, large hail showing up here along Texas 21 towards the south, just to the northeast of Kennard as well here, and this continues to make its way off towards the east. So be alert again. Some very large hail showing up with this. That's going to be one of your big threats. Strong gusty winds. That's another big threat you need to have. And of course, we still haven't forgot about our storm here in the northeastern portions of Cherokee County, still producing some hail as well, just to the northeast of Gallatin over towards just south of New Summerfield at that Texas 110 intersection there, getting about quarter-size hail showcasing there. Tornado warning still in effect there until 4:45 for this as it continues to drop off towards the south and east. You can see where some of the largest hail is showing up right now just to the north of FM 22 at this time here, getting ready to cross Texas 204 now. So this is moving now well south of Texas 110 and 204 right in that intersection as it moves off towards the southeast very slowly, around 5 miles per hour. And you can see that hail continues to grow with this cell here. But be on alert for that as it moves on off towards the southeast around 5. Reclaw, this should stay just to your west, but we've got to watch it because some of these storms have been what we call the right turners, which means they kind of shift off towards the right. So we want to keep a very close eye on that. Again, as we take a look at the winds here with this system, Not seeing any evidence of any major rotation with this cell here, but still seeing the interesting amount of gusty winds with this as well. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued until 5:15 this morning for Angelina, Cherokee, and also Nacogdoches County, and that's for that storm cell I was watching. And I was expecting that warning to get extended a little farther south and east. As you can see, this line really starting to build up a little bit more now. So lots of intense lightning, heavy rain, some hail with this as well. So Wells, Lufkin, Nacogdoches, this includes all of you now. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning cell at this time, but watch out in Wildhurst in the next 5 minutes, Wells in the next 12 minutes, Nacogdoches in the next 30 minutes or so, Lufkin here about 35 minutes or so. Huntington, you guys watch out. This storm will be making its way towards you within the next hour or less. Here, Alto, it's on your doorstep now, and it'll be heading towards you in Douglas as well. So lots of intense high, what we call bright banding or high reflectivities here just north of Kennard and Russ. And this is going to cross over 69 near Wells here fairly soon. So you need to be alert for that. I would definitely stay off the road and delay my travels. Severe thunderstorm warning now for Houston and Trinity County as well until 5 o'clock this morning as this entire line continues to make its way off towards the east. And it's starting to take on a little bit of a Boeing effect. And when you see that, it usually is a sign that the winds are pushing out or gusting out into the storm. And that has a tendency to produce some strong gusty winds here. So as you can see, a mark just kind of drawn on there. That's where we're talking about that Boeing feature that we're going to watch as it moves towards you in Wells and crosses over 69 towards you between Nacogdoches and Lufkin here on 59 there. Be alert for that. And you know, I know they're doing a lot of construction there on 59, so between Nacogdoches and Lufkin there, you want to be alert that that would be where some of the strongest winds with this line may make their way off as it heads off towards the east. Right now, that tornado warning storm looks like it's getting kind of drawn into this storm as well, which we have to watch that from time to time because sometimes that can help kind of strengthen that storm. But right now, no official reports of a tornado. But again, radar did indicate, okay, it's gone now. So that's good. That has been canceled. So, you know, this is a time now where you can kind of breathe a little easier, but still, a severe thunderstorm is making its way through your county, so keep that in mind. But again, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire right now, so we're going to continue to let you know on that for you here. And again, this line here from Alto towards Wells and Kennard here, moving on off towards the east here, will continue to make its way out towards the east there. Severe weather, severe thunderstorm warning from Wells to Lufkin to Nacogdoches here. You guys are going to be seeing some very intense winds, some lots of lightning, and lots of hail with this cell as it continues to make its way on off towards the east, and we'll continue to watch that to the east and to the southeast as well there. In fact, let's see if we can check out the hail with that, Mark. I don't know if we can pull that up down there around the Wells community there. See again, here it is here, of course, that hail core. Still some very high reflectivity showing up with that, some large hail showing up basically here just to the west of Alto, just to the west here of Lufkin, and just to the north of Kennard there, and we're going to continue to track that off towards the east. Look at that 2 to 2.5 inch size diameter hail still being indicated with this system here as it continues to make its way off towards the east. So ping pong size hail or so as it continues to make its way off towards the east. So again, Pollock, 69 there towards Alto. That's where it needs to be alert here as Mark draws a storm track on this for you. You can see here Central here within the next 30 minutes or so, Nacogdoches within the next 40 minutes or so, and also over towards the Woodin community as well. This heaviest part of the storm should stay just to the north of Lufkin, but again, we'll watch it because these have been known to make that right turn from time to time here. As I slide over towards the east here, you'll be able to see again Alto down towards Kennard, though. This is the most impressive portion of that storm right now where we do have that severe warning in effect across the area. And we're going to continue to track that here as it continues to make its way off. Apple Springs, you're not out of the woods. Groveton, heading down towards our friends in Deep East Texas. You guys are not out of the woods. In fact, Lovelady, Trinity, this is making its way off towards you in Groveton, crossing over 287 here. In fact, we're going to have a tornado warning now for Trinity County here in this storm in Deep East Texas. So they did decide to extend that warning off towards the east now. So West Livingston over towards Cold Spring and Goodrich, you're now under a tornado warning. That means you need to get into your safety place until 5:15 this morning. The centermost room and the lowest level of your home, of course, remember to try to grab a bicycle helmet, a mattress, something that you can cover your head with and cover your family with as well, because again, lots of times we get injuries and things from flying debris within these storms. So switch over to our Valencia. Oh, yeah, and you can see here, of course, we've got some indication being showcased there. Look at a pretty decent couple here just to the north of New Waverly at this time here. And you can see when the red meets green, that means we want you to get under the bed there, because when green meets red, it's dangerous conditions there as a tornado couplet, or what we call an indication on radar right around 45. And there it is right there. You can see it right there, fairly tight there. So this is what we're really monitoring very closely here. Right there on 45, pretty dangerous conditions traveling there. And again, remember, these things are probably rain-wrapped. That's what we've seen off to our west. The history has shown we've had some rain-wrapped storms off to our west, meaning that the rain wraps around the storm, and so you can't see the tornado if you go outside to look for it. So don't try to do that. If you're living in this area, please be in your safety place at this time, and we'll continue to watch this here. Again, West Livingston, you're in the path of this here within the next 25 minutes, over towards Warren within the less than an hour or so, Cold Spring within the next 20 minutes as well. So we're going to watch this as it continues to make its way off towards the east here across portions of Trinity County. Again, a pretty decent couplet still being indicated there, very tight, moving towards the east at 65 miles per hour. So a fast-moving storm. And when you see something like that, you get concerned, folks, because any time a storm is moving at 65 miles per hour, think about if you're standing on the side of a road and a car is moving by you at 65 miles per hour in close range. There is a strong wind that is blown off of that reflects off of you. You feel those high winds. That's the same thing from just what we call the storm motion. That's not even within the potential tornadic activity there. So this could be crossing 59 a little later on here within the next 20 to 30 minutes. So we need to be alert for that as we go throughout the morning here. But again, also severe thunderstorm warning up for a very intense sail here from Cherokee, Nacogdoches, and Rusk counties as well. Lots of pinks and purples showing up there on the radar. And then Angelina, Cherokee, and Nacogdoches, yes, you guys are on that severe thunderstorm warning. So Nacogdoches and Lufkin, that includes you. And the severe thunderstorm warning extends down to portions of Polk County as well. Also portions of Trinity County, I believe, is also. Yes, so that's where the tornado warning is as well. And that is until 5:15 this morning. So severe weather continuing to make its way towards the east. The good news, the severe thunderstorms now seem to be relegated mainly from I-20 or Jacksonville and points to the south. So if you live north of that, that's not to say you may not see any severe weather, but at this time, looks like most of that will stay just to the south of you. But anywhere from Rusk over towards Cushing and south, be alert that severe weather all the way down this line from Alto to Wells, Kennard, Apple Springs, Groveton. This is all heading its way out towards the east, Corrigan, and then down to the bottom part of this line here in the viewing area. That's where we have the tornado warning that's in effect. And that does include you in Trinity County around. And the tornado could be approaching Huntsville at this time. And if you track that off, it would make its way out towards the east-northeast, possibly impacting places like West Livingston, 190. You're traveling that trip from Seven Oaks down towards Goodrich. Here's the track on this for you. Here's Mark puts the track here for you. You can see Seven Oaks here in the next 30 to 40 minutes. West Livingston within the next 30 minutes or so as well here. And again, so right now the tornadic part of the storm should stay just to the south of you in Trinity and Groveton, but we'll watch this because these storms have been known to make that turn. Look at the, you can see the hook really well defined now on radar here over towards the Huntsville community with this. And if you just look right there, you can kind of see that hook. That is what we watch for. That's what we call a inflow notch. That's that warm, humid air that goes in towards the storm, ahead of the storm. That's what you feel before the storm arrives in your neighborhood. And then on the backside is the rain cool air. That's what you feel once the storm moves through and it cools down. And right there at the tail end of that, that is where we look for the potential of a tornado possibly developing there. So a very well-defined signature showing up here right there just to the south and west of Huntsville. So we'll watch that. A new severe thunderstorm warning now, of course, going in now for portions of the northern portions of Trinity County here from Corrigan on 59 down towards the south, towards West Livingston as well, for these Boeing features here on the line that could indicate some strong gusty winds as this system kind of makes its way out towards the east. So we now have a line that is severe thunderstorms that is warned from top to bottom from portions of Cherokee County all the way towards the south here. So this makes its way all towards the south and east. And again, that's the area there just to the southwest of Huntsville is where we're watching for the potential tornado. Let's go back and do a review of the line from north to south again. We'll start off here in northern Cherokee County here or around the Alto community where we are continuing to watch for that potential of a severe thunderstorm here. We got the severe thunderstorm warning for you in Rusk, also Jacksonville, Texas 110 and points to the south. Around Alto, we're seeing again where we've got severe weather taking place right now. And a little farther south, there got another severe thunderstorm warning. This is about to cross over 69 from Alto towards Pollock. So if you know folks that live right along that 69 stretch on either side, this storm is making its way across 69 at this time. It's going to be producing lots of lightning, lots of heavy rain, some hail, and some strong gusty winds as it continues to kind of push out. Notice it's kind of bowing out or pushing out there. So some very strong gusty winds with that. A little farther south, watch out in Lufkin because we've got this line here. There you see Mark is going to put a storm track on this for us here. So folks in Pollock, in the next 10 minutes, this will be in your neighborhood. This will be in Douglas around 17 minutes or so. Nacogdoches within the next 30, 40 minutes or so. And this will continue to make its way off towards the east here. And again, that means you as well in Lufkin need to be alert. Apple Springs, this is right on your doorstep now. And just now moving into the Groveton community as well. Now, you can see here, this is Apple Springs here, continuing to see this storm. Some intense hail and some lightning and some heavy rain making its way towards you now. Again, Texas 94, I see you in there. Also, Groveton, look at the lightning showing up from north to south along this line. Just some intense lightning, and especially with our tornadic warning storm down towards the south and east. As Mark puts a look at the lightning, just in this complex moving across the area, we're talking about over 4,000 lightning strikes here, folks, within the past 30 minutes or so. This is a electric show, and you've probably seen it this morning if you're waking up. You could be 20, 30 miles away from any storms and still see the lightning show from this. So that's how impressive the lightning is. You know, a lot of times in the summer, we like to warn people, watch out for those pop-up storms because the intense lightning can strike well away from the actual thunderstorm. Well, we're seeing that case today as well. Look here at some of the winds again. We're going to continue to watch here for that potential of some rotation here again. Some broad rotation showing up, but right now nothing too significant I don't see. We'll keep an eye on what's going on there near Groveton as well. But we'll kind of watch that, some kind of a broad area of rotation showing up there, but nothing too well defined yet, but something to definitely watch here. Also around Alto as well. But man, look at the lightning just showcasing, continues to grow and build with this storm here just to the south of Huntsville there as it continues to make its way out towards the east here. And we're going to be watching that as well as this continues to be kind of what we call rain wrap, where these cells kind of cycle up and then they allow the rain to wrap around them. Look at this. This is the hail that continues to showcase from north to south along this line from about Alto down towards the south and east. This is where our most intense portion of the hail is right now. We're seeing hail anywhere between 2-3 inches in diameter as it continues to make its way off towards the east here. So Pollock over towards Lufkin, that's where we're watching out for you here with that 2-inch size hail that could be predominant there as it continues to make its way out towards the east. And this is Pollock knocking on your doorstep, so be alert for that. Apple Springs, you've got a decent hail core that's showing up just to your west as well. That's going to be making its way out towards the east, and we want to keep an eye on that for you as it continues to make its way, continuing that trip. Also down towards Groveton, we're seeing some pretty decent hail size there, also making its way out towards the east and to the southeast as well. Again, here's our tornado warning storm here near the Huntsville area on 45, about to make its approach here on portions of Trinity County here, and this is out until 5:15 this morning. Again, the hail size, not showcasing too much on that. If we can check out what's going on here with the winds on the storm here, you'll be able to see here that right now, as we look closer at that, winds showcasing, you know, we've got some rotation there. You can see here on our reflectivity here, this is near 45, and you can still see, we still got some areas of rotation showing up with this cell here. As we look to the south here, it looks like right in there, just to the south and east now, Huntsville there, some decent rotation, or what we would call a tornado rotation couplet there. Basically red and green, when they get close together like this, that usually indicates a sign of rotation in the storm and that it's making its way off towards the east-northeast. So we've got to watch this for you folks in West Livingston and for all of our friends in Trinity County there as this potential tornado activity moves towards the east. Again, this will be making its way at pretty good speed there as well. So this is a fast mover. About 20 minutes in Cold Spring. Could be in there in less than 30 minutes in West Livingston. That's why we want you to be in your tornado safety place at this time. Again, the centermost point in your home and the lowest level. That's where we want you to be. And again, make sure that if you can, grab a bicycle helmet, a book, a mattress, something that you can just cover your head with there to try to protect your head from any flying debris that may be taking place here. But that's our tornado warning storm. But the rest of that line pretty much has a severe thunderstorm warning along it. So lots of lightning with this, lots of heavy rain with this, and you're going to see some strong gusty winds with it as well, even outside of any tornado potential here. In fact, some of our winds along this line have been indicating 50, 60, 70 mile per hour winds with it, just the winds alone. So look at this, from Jacksonville all the way down to the south. If you're traveling and you live south of Jacksonville this morning, you got an early commute heading off to work and school, it's going to be a rough travel. Look at the lightning just showing up just here in the viewing area here, making its way across we're now over 3,000 lightning strikes within the past 30 minutes. And you can see there are two strong, very strong clusters. One here kind of situated over portions of Cherokee County, making their way towards Nacogdoches. Here it is now from Alto down towards Pollock there. And that continues to work towards Pollock, Lufkin, over towards Huntington, and Nacogdoches here. This is going to be an impressive amount of lightning, heavy rain, and even some hail making its way towards you. As we put the storm track on this, you can see here Douglas within the next 17 minutes, and Nacogdoches within the next 30 to 40 minutes or so. So this is moving off pretty quickly here. We want to be alert for that. And then, of course, as we go a little farther south down the line, we can show you here Apple Springs over towards Groveton. You're not out of the woods. In fact, this is making its way into your area as we speak. Apple Springs, you're probably seeing the winds picking up. And I want to point out something to you here. This is a severe thunderstorm warning out until 5:15. Something else I want you to note on radar. Notice how we got the green colors here, and it goes very quickly in a short amount of space here from green to yellow to red. That is a very strong indication on radar. There you go. You can see that right in that area there. That's a very strong indication of some very gusty winds blowing out of this system here. When you see those very close together, it's not a lot of space in between them. So you're going to go from a few sprinkles to those winds really picking up and that storm line making its way into your area. You probably just went through that in Groveton. Heads up, Lufkin. You're going to be next here within the next 10 to 15 minutes, and you can see here in Trinity we're watching that. But here it is. There's our tornado couplet there, and you can see here just to the south and east of the Huntsville area here. And this may be getting a little closer. You see it just to the north and east of New Waverly now. And so we're watching it here, a pretty decent couplet there. In fact, we can get an idea on some of those winds there and see what's going on just to the north and east of Waverly there. You can see 80-mile-per-hour winds, 50-mile-per-hour winds there. So alone, there's some very strong gusty winds with this as it continues to make its way off towards the east-northeast. But also seeing that couplet there indicating some of the reds and greens kind of meeting together, which means there is the potential of some rotation here. And you can see it's almost looking like what we talked about here, where these storms kind of cycle, and you see how it's kind of wrapping around. That's that rain, probably that very heavy rain wrapping around what could be a rotation there right around the Huntsville area at this time. And that rotation, as that rain wraps around it, becomes a rain-wrapped tornado, which means you can't see it when you're outside looking, but once you see that tornado touch down, that's where you got to be alert for that. So watch that as it continues to make its way out towards Point Blank. And West Livingston, it's getting closer and closer to you. So areas along West Livingston and points to the west on 59, watch out, because you could be looking at the potential of a tornado making its way into your neighborhood. Of course, as this continues.
It's interesting, too, sir, to
yes.
see that the storms down here are moving so much faster
yes.
than the storms actually up near Huntsville. So they are bleeding out ahead of
yes, that's
a lot of wind there.
Yes, that's exactly right. Mark was making that great notice there about the storms moving out ahead of that, and not only is a lot of wind with that ahead, but it's also allowing these storms to have a different environment, their own environment to work with as well. So great point, Mark. As we are also seeing, as these storms move ahead of the main line, they're getting kind of their own fresh environment to work with. And so they have all this energy to kind of re-strengthen a little bit as well. So lots of wind, lots of updrafts with this again as well. So we're going to continue to watch that. Here you can see the hail size here showing up. Once you see the little hail pockets here, again, that indicates that this storm has plenty of updrafts, plenty of energy going into the storm. And look at the hail that continues to show up here from Wells down towards Groveton here, just to the north of Groveton here, 2 to 2.5 inch size diameter hail showcasing there. And as this continues to work its way out towards the east, this is headed for you in Wells and Alto and Lufkin. So make sure, if you've got time, if you're in Lufkin right now and you're saying, what can I do to kind of help get prepared for this severe weather, you may want to take your vehicle and put it inside a carport or a garage or something where it's covered there, because you could be looking at some large hail making its way towards you soon. Now we're seeing some flash flood warnings being issued here. This is for Angelina, Cherokee, and Nacogdoches counties until 6:45. And this is very important. I was wondering when this may start happening for us, because what we've noticed is the storms to the central and northern sections of the area are moving very slow. And they're producing some very prolific heavy rain, hail, lightning, and everything. But these storms are moving very slow. So they are dropping an amazing amount of rainfall. I'm not sure if we can check out how much rain has dropped in just the past hour or so with these storms, but you can bet that we're seeing quite a bit of rain. And yeah, here we go. You can see here from Alto to just to the west of Wells here, right along there, we're seeing estimates of 2 to 3 inches of rainfall here within the past hour showing up with these storms. So, folks, when you get that amount of rain in a short period of time, it doesn't have anywhere to just run off to and go very quickly. So you start seeing flash flooding and water building up. And so that's where you can get into problems with water rescues and things like that. So we've got to keep a very close eye on this potential here of flash flooding in these communities here from Nacogdoches over towards Angelina and Cherokee counties here. And we'll watch this because if we go back to the regular radar, you can see where the heavy rain has already fallen. Now let's take a look at the radar, and you'll be able to see here that the rainfall still basically situated on top of that same area. Look at this. That's where the heavy rainfall still is located from Alto down towards Wells. And again, we're talking about 2 to 3 inches have already fallen, and we're probably going to see at least, if this just sits there, another inch, maybe 2 inches of rainfall still falling in these areas. So flash flooding will become a big problem. And when you start getting flash flooding and waterlogged yards and things like that, guess what? The trees, they get weaker, the roots get weaker, and then when you put on a bowing feature like this and those winds come in and push in through the storms, now you're looking at the potential of trees going over. So I'm getting a little more concerned about that around the Alto, Nacogdoches, and Lufkin communities as well. And so that's something we're going to really want to watch here. And some reflectivities here continue to show a very impressive looking line here. And you can see here off towards the east here, this is going to be making its way towards you in Cushing and Laneville and heading down now pushing through Rusk and Alto, but 69 from Rusk down towards Pollock. Folks, I mean, anytime over the next hour to maybe even 2 hours or so, I would just forget about travel there. You're talking blinding rains. You're talking strong gusty winds. If you're in one of those high-profile vehicles, you're going to have 2 hands on the wheels for that because, I mean, those winds will come along and just brush that right on out. And this will continue to work its way out towards the east here to the southeast. So we're going to watch that for you very closely here as Mark draws kind of a storm tracker here on this here. This thing is going to be working its way towards you in Lufkin within the next 7 minutes or so. So be alert. It's almost in your neighborhood. Nacogdoches, the next 10, 15, 20 minutes towards you. Huntington, Zavala, this is all heading your way here, and this line continues to hold pretty strong. And again, we continue to watch the tornado warnings down here. Looks like we have a new one possibly out as... Oh, it's been extended a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now it has been extended a little bit, and also including you in Polk County as well here. So we're going to watch this here as this cell here continues to show at least characteristics on radar of a potential tornado there. So as Daniel continues to get the latest information on that there, we're going to continue to monitor that. In fact, I think we can switch over to the winds. I believe Mark is going to help us out with that and showcase and see what the winds are doing down there on radar. And we'll show you this area here just to the south and east of Huntsville now. And yeah, we can still see a couplet there just to the north and west of Cold Springs showing up there. Maybe even a couple of areas of rotation with this. But we could continue to show you, Casey, here. There's the right now where the latest for this new tornado warning here is kind of right there. And then this is our old tornado warning. 2 distinct couplets now starting to show up there. So as Mark kind of points that out for us here, we're watching that very closely here. We've got one to the north and one here to the south. The one to the north where the potential tornado could track very close to you in West Livingston here within the next 10 minutes or so. And then this could make its way over towards Warren and Spurgeon as well. And then we've got another couplet here towards the south that we're watching as well. And that's going to be making its way off towards the east-northeast, I believe. And so as that makes its way off that direction there, you can see Shepherd over towards, eventually possibly over towards areas like Dollarsville and also Warren as well. So we're going to watch this. This will be something, a storm that you need to watch around the Woodville community there. So again, 69 could be impacted if you're traveling 69 near Woodville or off towards the east there. You're going to have to watch this one very closely as well here. And we'll keep an eye on this one. Right now, this couplet should stay just to the south of Woodville, but may impact places like Warren, maybe Silsbee area, but also Jasper may need to be alert for this a little later on this morning. And if not this one, you got to watch this one just to the north and west because it will make its way out to north and east, and that one could make its way towards Woodville and Jasper and off towards the north and east of there as well. So we've got 2 tornadic storms to watch, and then we've got a strong bowing feature developing here across the central sections where we may be having what we call a MCS or a mesoscale convective system developing here. You can see that. Just look at the kind of the swirl here that's taking place. It's like its own little mini low pressure, and outside of that you're getting the squall line that's kind of bowing out of it, indicating some very strong winds, lots of heavy rainfall wrapping up behind this here, and then off to the south of that, that's where you have the tornadic storms. And in between all that, folks, if it wasn't enough, we're watching out for the potential of flash flooding in places like Angelina and Nacogdoches County over towards Cherokee County as well here. Yeah, there we go. Angelina, Cherokee, and Nacogdoches County. Again, a flash flood warning until 6:45, and you can see why. Just look at the radar. Heavy rainfall still over that area. And it continues to kind of situate itself in that same area here as this continues to work its way off towards the east here. And again, we're talking about within the past hour or 2 hours, Mark had on there earlier for the rainfall totals, it was indicating anywhere between 2 to 3, maybe even 4 inches of rainfall within an hour. And it's still pouring there. So that's why they have the flash flood warnings there and severe thunderstorm warnings also because of the winds with this storm system as it makes its way out towards the east. Angelina, Cherokee, and Nacogdoches until 5:15 this morning as well. So we've got lots of stuff here, and this warning extends down towards Trinity and Polk counties as well, the severe thunderstorm warning and the tornado warning for other portions of southern portions of Trinity County and also Polk County as well. So this is a very stormy morning across the area. The good news, again, if you're along and south of I-20, that's where the severe weather is really being confined. North of there, our I-30 communities, you're just seeing some rain at this time. But down towards the south, we've got 2 potential tornado signatures showing up on radar here. So as I step out of the way here, I'll show you this a little bit more. You can see here, one here just to the west or southwest there, right around the Shepherd community, and the other one just now getting ready to approach the West Livingston community. You can see this one near Shepherd, moving out towards Warren and also towards Silsbee and just to the south. But the second one is the one we really got to keep a close eye on because that one will make its way towards West Livingston and also could be making its way towards Spurgeon as well at Dollarsville as it makes its way out towards the east and east-northeast. So we'll be really watching these 2 cells here for the potential of tornadoes. That means in Trinity and Polk counties, you need to be in your safety place, your tornado safety place at this time. Remember, go into the lowest level of your home, the most interior-most room, and put a mattress or anything that you can find that can cover and help protect your head, a bicycle helmet, to stay safe. To the north of that, an intense squall line continues to make its way in off towards the east here across the area. And this will continue to produce some flash flooding for locations like Nacogdoches, Lufkin, over towards, let's say, Alto and Rusk as well. So keep that in mind. Now, I want to let you know, as we take a look at what we've got going on with the weather situation here. All the counties shaded here in orange here, and this includes Jacksonville to Nacogdoches to Lufkin and over towards the south towards Jasper, Tyler, Newton counties. That's a tornado watch. You're under a tornado watch until 9 a.m. for the potential that the atmosphere is what they call its prime. It's ready for the potential of seeing a tornado develop there. So we want to keep you alert on that. And then the areas here in yellow are severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got areas here from Nacogdoches to Lufkin in blue under flash flood warnings. And see here we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Cherokee, Nacogdoches, and Rusk until 5:30. Now a new severe thunderstorm warning for Hardin, Jasper, and Tyler counties here, areas to the south again, and that's out until 6 o'clock this morning here as this line continues to work its way east. And we're going to watch that because, again, these 2 storms with tornadoes on them, or at least potential tornado cells with them, are making their way off that direction as well. So we've got to keep a close eye on that. Notice severe thunderstorm warnings also extend from just south of Jacksonville all the way through Nacogdoches and Lufkin as well. So again, we're continuing to remember you folks in Deep East Texas as well. So as these storms continue to work their way off towards the east here, and these will continue to work their way in, and of course the flash flooding is the big deal that we're going to watch.
The tornado warning.
Oh, okay.
Northernmost one.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Okay, so they've just redefined that tornado warning across the north, so we can take a closer look at that when we get a chance, and we'll try to show you what's going on with the latest on that storm system there. As it's kind of been redefined a little bit here. Definitely look like we're getting more rain wrap indications, but here it is. I think looks to me like it would be maybe around, just to the west of West Livingston. I guess that's right. And so this is right on Texas 156 now, making its way out towards West Livingston. You need to be in your tornado safety place right now because the potential of a tornado is there is quite high. And of course this is just near Stephen Creek, and this you can see there when the green meets red, that's what we're most concerned about, and especially on the northwestern side of town. This could be making its way into your community here within minutes. So you don't want to wait. This is not one of those, I'm going to look out the window and wait until I see the tornado coming towards me and then head to my safety place. First, it's dark. It's still night outside. And second off, these storms have been rain-wrapped. We've seen that to our west for those big tornadoes that took place earlier around the Dallas community. You can see, again, they were rain-wrapped storms, and that's what we're watching out for, as you can see. But there's a pretty decent couplet. And West Livingston, you're in the path of that. Dollarsville, Woodville now, you're in the path of that. So several areas here for our friends in Deep East Texas need to be very concerned, need to be in your safety place. Go into the interior-most room at the lowest level. And remember, turn your TV all the way up. Turn your TV up so that you can hear us and you can go into your safety place. And that way you'll know when the all clear is given there. And this continues to make its way off towards the east. Again, for Ace in the next 13 minutes, Warren could be within the next 30 minutes or so towards you and Spurgeon. You need to be on the lookout as well over the next 45 minutes as this storm continues to make its way out towards the east-southeast. So that's something that we're going to be continuing to watch there. In fact, we're going to query some. Let's look at some, again, that warning out to Polk and also out for Trinity counties here as well. This one for Polk County is out till 5:15, and the Trinity County warning is out until 5:15 as well. Again, two different storm systems here or two different cells that we continue to monitor here. One here just to the west of West Livingston, right in that little see this kind of where you got this backwards 90-degree angle right there. That's where a potential of that tornado would be. It would kind of sit right in there, and so that's what we're going to watch there. And then off towards the south, another one just to the south of that around the Shepherd community as well. And so two couplets there that we're watching as they move out towards the east-northeast. So for our friends in Deep East Texas, from heading over towards Tyler, Jasper, and Newton counties, you need to be alert, obviously, as well as our friends in Houston, Trinity, and Polk counties as well as these storms make their way through. And you can see as Mark puts on some of these winds. Wow, look at that. We're indicating just winds alone up to 100 miles per hour going away from the radar site, 75 miles per hour. So there's some very strong gusty winds, damaging winds likely with this as it makes its way out towards the east. Even if the tornado is not on the ground, some very strong winds are occurring with this as it makes its way out towards the east and east-northeast. Again, watch out in Seven Oaks, just along Texas 190 there. Again, that's where the cell will be tracking here. That's the first couplet. And then there's a second couplet here right around the Shepherd area. Also looks like it's becoming a little more rain raft at this time as it works its way out towards the east-northeast as well. So again, communities across Deep East Texas need to be alert. The potential of tornadic activity making its way in that direction is very high right now, and the radar is indicating that very well for us here. Of course, our Storm Tracker Live dual Doppler radar is showing here that we continue to monitor. We can look inside the storm and show you things like the winds. We can look inside the storm and show you the hail. And right now, we can see some big hail cores. Again, watching our two cells that are tornado warned with the hail, but look at this hail showing up now just to the south and west of Lufkin. Now, I gave you the warning about 30 minutes ago in Lufkin that you probably, if you had time, run outside and move your car into the carport or garage if you could. We've got some decent-sized hail, 1 to 2 inch size hail, making its approach towards Lufkin and Angelina County as we speak. So heading over towards Diboll and over towards Texas 103, you're going to run into some of this hail as it continues to work its way out towards the east. Apple Springs, that hail is on top of you right now. You probably hear it pinging off the window as you're trying to sleep probably. You're probably awake now, but continue to ping off the windows there. Out to the south, Texas 156 here, running into some more of that hail, quarter size to maybe as a little higher than that, of course, continue to lift off towards the north around Cold Spring and Goodrich, West Livingston. This hail is almost on top of you. And, of course, that's what we're going to watch that because we're also watching for the potential of a tornado that may be indicated by radar, showcasing getting very close to West Livingston, also just to the north of Shepherd. And both of these are making their way into portions of Trinity and Polk County. So as we look at our velocities here, it looks like we've got still, looks like a little decent couplet here trying to showcase just to the right around West Livingston right now, I would say. I'd say this is a pretty broad area rotation now, but definitely right in that area there. And here we go. We're getting a little updated scan here and another one here just now to the east of Shepherd. So this is getting ready to make its way now into southern portions of Tyler County, is that it? I believe that is, yes. I believe that's Tyler County there into the southern portion there, heading over towards Warren, Dollarsville, and Spurgeon as well. So watch out. This is getting ready to cross over into your area now. That couplet, again, you can see that couplet green meets red there, and as it makes its way out towards the east. And then here's the second couplet out towards the north of West Livingston now, and just to the north and west of West Livingston. That will make its way out towards the east as well. So we're tracking two potential tornadoes on the ground with this storm system here, radar indicated, that are making their way now into the same, basically, location here, one to the north, one to the south. So if you live in these communities here around Woodville, if you live around Warren, you need to be alert in any of your tornado safety place at this time because we are tracking two potential radar-indicated tornadoes heading your way. So we want you to be alert for that here. And, of course, this is not the only game in town. Off towards the north, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings now indicated for Woodville and Spurgeon, also towards the south. But you can see here from Nacogdoches, we haven't forgot about you. This bow. Remember, we've been showing you this now for, 45 minutes, kind of in the same location here as it makes its way out towards the east, finally on its approach towards Lufkin, still sitting on top of Alto and Wells. This will be heading towards Donegan in the next 15 minutes, Etoile Community in the next 33 minutes, and Broadus within the next 50 minutes. And off to the north here, you see there's another one here. This is the other part of the bow here, making its way from Wells over towards Swift and Martinsville, Sherino, over towards Nacogdoches in the next 20 minutes. And again, it's a very slow mover, but look at the heavy, heavy rain and tremendous amounts of wind that this storm is producing. And again, when you see that bowing on the storm, here's the northern end of that from Cushing over towards Appleby, over towards Garrison and Timpson as well. And when you see this bowing like this, that, folks, indicates some very strong winds pushing out of the radar, showing this here. And Mark here is outlining that for us. You can see that continues to make its way out towards the east. The leading edge of this produces some very strong gusty winds here, and as this continues to track slowly, I'll basically say crawling across the area, it is producing some prolific rainfall amounts as well as some prolific lightning and large hail. So this is quite the system here. And right now, moving into Angelina County, center portions of Lufkin. So Hudson, around the Hudson Elementary, watch out. We've got some very heavy rainfall, lots of lightning, and even some hail showing up there.